Cars are currently busy.
Yo.
Hey.
I was just getting ready to step away here, but I'll be back here in a second.
Okay, yeah. Nobody said they weren't coming, so I don't know what's up with people. But I sent Sam and Victor and Caleb all messages to see if they were coming. So if
right.
it's just me and you, then it's just me and you. That's fine.
Yeah, word. All right, yeah, just give me a bit. I'll be back here in a minute.
Okay, cool. All right. So I think what we will do here is I will go ahead and play a track. So this first one I'm going to play is kind of going to be cheating a little bit because it's not Creative Commons, but it is something that Blocksonic has the rights to. It's only a minute long. It's just a clip, so seems like when nobody's while we're waiting for people, maybe a good time to play it. So I'll go ahead and do that.
Take those things away. Try to understand when even your own flesh and blood looks good to you. Try to understand.
The problem with the 1 minute clip is that it doesn't give me enough time to post on Facebook. So what I'm going to do here is post both of those on Facebook while I play the second track here. This one's 4 minutes long, just over. So will give me a little more time here.
Bob.
What's that deal, Billy?
I might be curious to know.
I got a warrant for the arrest of John W. Tunstall. Uncle Christie and the murder at Grant last night.
Why, you know Mr. Tunstall wouldn't pull the legs off a fly.
last call. Waiting for me to come and play. 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 Waiting for me to.
That was cool. Who was that?
Strosek. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I'll spell it here in the chat, but I'll spell it out loud too for anybody who watches this later. Stroszek. I think it might be 2 people actually that are in the band. Not 100% sure on that. But in any case, this artist releases off of Hypnotic Dirge Records. It's a little bit different from most of Hypnotic Dirge, mostly a metal label. And some of the Strosek material, I think, sort of goes a little more in that direction. But they are, certainly more of like a neo-folk sort of band. So a lot of their stuff is going to be similar to that. But yeah, they're definitely an outlier on that label, but they've got some cool stuff. And yeah, I don't always actually make it happen, but I do like the playing ones that are like actually good videos. So it makes it more watching. So I just heard from Victor that he's not feeling great, so he's on a pass today, and actually I just heard from Sam too that he's not coming as well. So I haven't heard from Caleb, but those are sort of the usual ones. So we'll see if anybody stops by. So do you have anything picked out to play, Al?
Yeah, have a couple things. First one is I've been kind of on this like down tempo trip hop kind of trip as of late.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was. I'm not sure if the name of the artist is Free Range or if it's Mona Wonderland. Whoa. I have no idea what happened to. Are you hearing anything?
Can you hear me?
Okay, yes, I hear you.
Yeah, just started over. The start of that was kind of weird because I could hear you and it talk at the same time, and that usually doesn't work that way. So I'm not sure what sort of stuff was going on there. But yeah, just go ahead and start it over. Very nice.
Yeah,
Might
yeah.
be muted. Oh, there you are.
Yeah. But like I said, I've just been I don't know why I've been on this just this big kick on just low down tempo trip hop as of late. Ran into that. I was like, that's nice. Just really simple, just down tempo grooves.
Yeah, sometimes it's good to just relax, you know. You have anything else you want to say about that track or that artist or anything?
No, not really. Suppose one thing I found interesting was, and I think that's part of what set me on this like down tempo kind of trip lately. Was there's a company called Isla Instruments,
Okay.
and a friend of mine, by the name of Dave Noller, does music as Dynamics 2, had been working with them, working on this new, it's called an S2400. And it's kind of a recreation of the SP1200 sampler. And I was kind of like baffled as to like that was such a simple sampler in my opinion that I was just kind of like why would somebody like recreate this thing? I don't get it. And so I go ahead and I'm looking at some stuff that's dealing with the instrument, and it has this loop mode. And I'm looking at all these videos of the instrument, and I was a little shocked as a lot of the use that was being shown of it wasn't really using it as like a drum, a drumming sample-based instrument. And they were just loading in these loops and then adding really, really, really simple additional beats on top of these loops. And I was just kind of like, huh, really? And it just, probably because a lot of the stuff they were doing was kind of like lower down tempo stuff. It just kind of set me on this whole like down tempo trip hop production.
Yeah. Sweet. So I didn't do this. Well, I kind of did actually on the first one. Not in so much the name, but like maybe a little bit in the sounds, but certainly like in the video, you could kind of get like a Halloween vibe out of it. And so I think the next couple of weeks I'm likely to probably play a lot of stuff that's in that vein. This one is very explicit in the Halloween content, so I hope people enjoy this.
Come again, it's Halloween, a time of ghosts and scary things, of broken promises, secret screams, when things are as horrifying as they seem, when you wish it was just a dream. October's time of transformation, when winds rise and leaves fall. We're preparing for dire predictions, while There's a ring around the autumn moon. Its light is soft among the sound of cars and planes and media. Crickets pulsing in surround. I take a breath. I hear a song. Feeling what's right when so much is wrong.
Nice.
All right, so the video itself kind of like a NPR like membership drive, but yeah, the song itself is nice. And I mean, I like CC Mixter. I don't really mind playing an ad for them, but you know, if you watch the video, then you saw that they're looking for hosting costs and such. So you know, there's a lot of great stuff there. And I think with CC Mixter, well, Al, do you know anything about CC Mixter?
No, it's the first I've heard of them.
Yeah, so I think the interesting thing about CC Mixter, particularly for musicians, is that, yeah, sure, it's a place where you can put, you can find music and you can, you know, display your music, but the real whole idea around it is collaboration. So, you know, people will put up, you know, maybe a trumpet part or whatever, but, you know, a lot of what they do is they actually like, you know, create music together. I mean, so there's the opportunity to just go and find samples, and you can do that, and you can, you know, make your own music without really working with other people. But, you know, a lot of their releases that are released as, you know, CC Music, a lot of those have come through sort of like curating, and also they run a lot of like events and contests. So they'll do like, you know, we're going to do spring themed music this month or whatever. So in this case, you know, it was a Halloween song. So you know, they end up coming with like these thematic compilations, really. I mean, they're not really albums. So there's a lot of interesting stuff there, but particularly for musicians, you know, people that are interested in collaborating, then I think it's worth checking out for sure. While I'm sort of on mic, I'm going to ask you a question. So our official rule is 5 minutes per track, but it's just me and you today. So I've got one here that's it's like 9.5 minutes, which I could either cut off at 5 or
No,
I could play.
Don't cut it.
Okay. All right. So you're up next, but since I was talking, I figured I would go ahead and ask. So.
Yeah. So what I was going to show next was kind of two things. One's really brief though, and I just kind of figured that since I had brought up the S2400, I might as well show what I was talking about.
Yeah. That's cool.
And then other than that, just kind of kicking back to a classic from my teen years, as far as I'm concerned. Little something from Crass, out of the UK. But first, here was the S. Oop.
Shit.
Yeah, so that was the SP 1200 sampler. And yeah, that was a sampler. The SP 1200 had been originally made by this company Emu, and then yeah, for some reason they just decided to recreate this thing, and it's not cheap exactly either. It's I think they just started doing pre-orders on them, and it's think the pre-order ones are like 1,400 a pop. And yeah, I was just kind of personally little bit baffled. I as by today's standards, the SP 1200 was not any kind of ground. There wasn't really anything special about it by today's standards, as far as I'm concerned, and so I can understand why it was big at the time. And no, with Crass, interesting story with Crass is Crass never copyrighted any of their music. They didn't copyright any of their stuff.
Yeah, so that's they might not have filed, but that's just not how copyright works. You get copyright upon creation. So
because yeah, I know they had to because they hadn't done that, they got into this big battle just because all their stuff started getting used, and so they had to go back. Basically they had to get into a big fight.
Was this in the U.S. or in the U.K. where they got in the fight?
I believe it. You know what? I'm not really sure of that. If it was or I think it may have been both, because what they had gotten mad over all this stuff was getting sold of theirs and like Hot Topics and stuff like that. And being the anarchists they are, they were just like, wait. First off, we weren't trying to have this stuff be sold in Hot Topic. But secondly, this is our logo. This is all our stuff. But the people getting the money for this aren't us.
Yeah. So, oh man, this is like a lot of things. So like, I mean, there's at least two different things going on here. So like the trademark situation, again, you don't have to file for a trademark to have a trademark, in the US at least. So they should be protected on that. But the thing is, that ban ended in 1984. When did this issue happen?
This was in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, so gonna depend on on jurisdiction, but if you don't use your trademark, you lose it. So like this is what like happened with like the New York Cosmos, like, you know, I don't know if you know the New York Cosmos, but like Pele played for them in the 70s. They were like, they brought in like a bunch of stars in the old NASL. But at some point, this other group in like the 2000s or something started up a new Cosmos, and you know, they were trying to revive it and stuff. And it's just like, if you don't use it, then after a time, then and copyright doesn't work that way. But as far as the naming, but you know, as far as the logos and stuff is concerned. But yeah, the copyright thing, the U.S. is kind of weird because of the way the Berne Convention, we didn't really enact at all. But pretty sure that during the time of Crass's existence, the UK would have been a member of the Berne Convention, which would have meant that like realistic. I mean, like they should have easily been able to stomp this out. Why they weren't able to? I mean, like it doesn't make any sense why that they would have had issues, but because the way the Berne Convention works is that like one of the key components of it is that you don't have to file to get copyright. You just get it. So it's at least conceivable that the UK wasn't a member. I know that this information is out on Wikipedia somewhere, the list of when different countries became members, but it's not on this page I'm looking at now. What we'll do is while we listen to the track, I'll look for this and see, and I'll also look for like the information on that to see if I can figure out why the hell this was even an issue, because just based on the facts as you presented them, really seems like this should not have been an issue for them, but obviously it was. So there's got to be something weird going on here. But yeah, let's hear it.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with just to stay on the safe side, and because I figure they're not too far off. Yeah, I think subhumans seem like a nice alternative while digging more. Yes.
Yeah.
So.
Mickey Mouse is dead, got kicked in the head, cause people got too serious, they planned out what they said. They couldn't take the fantasy, tried to accept reality, analyse the laughs, cause pleasure comes in halves. The purity of comedy, they have to take it seriously, change the words around, try to make it look profound. The comedian is on stage, it's taken for a wage. The critics think he's great, but the laughter turns to hate. It's on TV, and the kids stare at the screen, but the pictures are all black and white, the words don't mean a thing, cause mummy's got no money, and daddy is in jail. He couldn't afford the license, she can't afford the bail, no. The kids out in the road, their minds have all got cold, cause Mickey Mouse is dead, they shot him through the head. With ignorance and scorn, they believed in something new. They read the papers, watched the films and thought they knew the truth. Knew you'd done the Mickey Mouse. Reality deceives, no matter what you believe. There's always another idea, and theirs is based on fear. The fear of being sus for what they really are. The fear of being laughed at when they go too far. Until you come to realise everyone's the same. People like their problems and their faces of contempt. They hide them till it kills them, and no one is thinks them, not even you. You've done a Mickey Mouse. One, two, three, four. You've done a Mickey Mouse. 1, 2, 3, 4. You've done a Mickey Mouse. 1, 2, 3, 4. You've done a Mickey Mouse. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't you even laugh it away?
Which I didn't catch at the beginning if you said which track was that from the Subhumans? think you're muted. Did you drop? Your video seems kind of like it's not working. Oh, so it looks like Al's connection was lost. While we wait to see if he can get back, and this is, I'm going to go ahead and play this long track that I had mentioned to him that I was going to play, and then we shall see what happens in the interim. Oh, so it won't let me do it because he's got a lock on the YouTube. So he's got to stop the YouTube video before I can play another one. So I will leave this running, and if we don't get him back pretty soon, then I'll just call it, and I can save my track for the next week. My internet on this device is clearly working. I'm not sure what it's going to do to the recording, but I'm going to refresh my page and see if for some reason it might be on my end. All right, so yeah, it cleared him off the screen when I redid it. But that might mean that I can share a YouTube video now that I did that. So yay for that. So yeah, I'm going to play this longer track, and then we will see if Al returns. right. I was trying to figure out what the big Berne Convention case was in the U.S. Because it was about 10 years ago, I think. It may have been Golden v. Holder. There were some Berne Convention issues in there, but reading the Wikipedia article on it, I'm not sure this is the right one. But yeah, I guess the upshot of all the weirdness in the U.S. is that the U.S. kind of pretended for a while to be a member of the Berne Convention, but they weren't really implementing it. So it looks like we might have lost Al again. What I'm going to do here is put in the, I think this is an appropriate, considering the our copyright conversation, that his Subhumans track that he played was Mickey Mouse is Dead, which I'm writing that on the Facebook here. But I think at that point I'm gonna go ahead and call it, and then I can leave some of these tracks for next week. But thanks everybody. I don't know if this is gonna, it looks like it's counting it as an hour. So probably just one video, but if we get two, we get two. All right, have a good one, everybody.